everybody, and welcome to Against the Fence. This is the fan cam segment, and tonight we've got Sel, who's joining us for UFC 264 fan cams, and he's all the way from South Africa. Sel, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, sir. How are you? How are you doing?
Oh, phenomenal!
Great,
phenomenal. I mean, it's currently over here in the UK. It's 6:20, and we are full of energy, surprisingly.
Crazy.
And here in South Africa, it's like 20:07 now.
Oh, blimey!
Wow, okay.
So you're even more ahead of us.
Exactly an hour ahead. Exactly.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's get straight into the main card then. When we kicked it off with Sean O'Malley against Chris Moutinho, what did you make of Sean O'Malley's performance? We kind of expected the highlight reel knockout. He didn't really go for it. He was a bit more patient. But what did you think overall?
It was a good performance. Was an okay performance, to be honest. But I was actually impressed by Chris Moutinho's chin, to be honest. He took a lot of shots. And I was impressed by him, to be honest.
Yeah,
but Sean O'Malley, it was an okay performance, to be honest. But against an okay opponent, I expected him to get a finish, to be honest. So he didn't get it.
Yeah, he kind of had to risk quite a lot going in against. I mean, you know, it helps. I guess it's for both sides, really. Both guys risking a lot to fight a guy on such short notice. You know, it's quick sort of opponent change.
Yeah.
But you know, sure enough, he did what he needed to do effectively to just kind of see it out. Really. Who would you like to see O'Malley fight next? Then, have you got anything in mind?
I would like him to fight Chito Vera again.
Yeah.
Or Dominic Cruz.
Ooh,
Vera, though, that rematch has to happen, to be honest. Because Sean O'Malley is saying he didn't lose to him. So they have to run it back, to be honest.
Okay.
I would like to see that.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Obviously, Dominic Cruz's movement could cause O'Malley some issues, in my opinion. But we need someone to fight O'Malley that's gonna like drag him into them deep waters in my eyes
and really test him.
Yeah.
Exactly, because he hasn't been tested in the UFC.
Yeah, that's it.
Yet.
Yeah, no one's really grappled with him.
Exactly, he needs someone like Dominic Cruz, someone like experience,
That's
or
true,
Chito Vera.
Yeah, true.
Or Chito Vera.
Yeah, no, absolutely, no. That's some good ones. If Dominic Cruz did get the O'Malley fight in the end, who would you see that taking the win?
If it goes the distance, I'd say going the distance, and I have to go give it to Dominic Cruz, to be honest, because he has more to his game, to be honest. He can get the takedowns. He's got more cardio. Because in that fight with Chris Moutinho, you saw that Sean O'Malley was getting tired.
We noticed that as well. Yeah, like even at the end of round one, we saw a massive deep breath from O'Malley because he was obviously fighting this new guy, and he did throw a lot of shots in my eyes, and I think he was desperate for that big highlight reel finish. That he was trying too hard for it, and he did like tire at the end of round one, and also did tire round two as well.
And I also saw him looking at the scoreboard. I mean, you saw that because
that's it.
I think he was rushing it. He was kind of rushing it, and against an experienced fighter, he might get caught or something.
That's true.
That.
Yeah, no, that's true. This is very good points, but only time will tell as Sean O'Malley's career starts to progress. But then let's move on to Aldana then versus Kunitskaya. Did you catch that fight?
Yeah, I did. I actually did. I actually thought Kunitskaya could surprise us and get the finish, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what
I actually went with the decision victory for Kunitskaya.
Yeah,
crazy.
I think we said that was a very high possibility of that happening. But nonetheless, Aldana gets the win despite missing weight. What are your thoughts about that? Is it a win to be kind of proud of? Do you think she moves on now? That's Aldana I'm talking about. You know, where do you see her going next?
I think she needs maybe like two more fights before she gets another title shot. Maybe get another fight and then fight someone like Holly Holm or something like that, or get a rematch against Holly Holm or something like that. Because in that fight she looked nervous in that fight.
Yeah, no.
And also
that's a great point.
missing weight is a problem also. I don't like that from fighters.
Yeah, she did miss weight by, was it 5 pounds, was it?
Yeah, it was about 5 pounds in the end.
Crazy.
You know, and that makes you think, well, you know, she doesn't really deserve to kind of move on as such to fight anyone higher up in the rankings. Maybe even a little bit lower. But yeah, I guess a rematch against Holly Holm's okay.
Yes, it's a sort of. But what I will quickly just mention about Kunitskaya is that she was what we saw. She was trying to go into the clinch, but just with her hands down, if you know what I mean, and leaving her head open, and then she did get caught with that left hook, which
and that's what she. Sorry,
that's what she likes to do, trying to get into the clinch.
And I remember that fight against Chris Cyborg. She did the same thing, and then she got caught.
Yeah, that's it.
That was the problem that I had with her. If she's fighting a fighter like Aldana with good boxing.
Yeah,
that was the problem.
You got to disguise those entries really into the clinch. You know, you got to mix it up with some feints, you know, and work your striking to get that effectively. But yeah, no, I think this is. Oh, hang on, 2 secs. Our camera's just gone off. There we go. All sorts of issues tonight. Yeah. So moving on then to the third fight of the night, that big KO by Tai Tuivasa. What did you make of that?
Ooh, that was impressive. Yeah. But actually, I'd like to say that Greg Hardy, he kind of messed up, to be honest, because I expected him to strike from range and mix it up a bit. But he decided to brawl with a guy like Tuivasa.
Yeah, crazy.
Who is known to brawl and stuff. So that was crazy from him, to be honest. I didn't expect him to do that.
No. Did you have Greg Hardy going into this fight? Did you expect him to win?
I kinda had him to win if he mixed it up. But if he didn't, then I had Tuivasa. But I expect him to mix up the wrestling and the jab and all that.
Yeah, definitely. Greg Hardy does have a decent jab, and he does have vicious leg kicks as well, which I thought he was. I think he threw one. Did he throw one?
I
think he did throw one hard leg kick, but like he does have good leg kicks. But like you said, I'm surprised he went into a brawl with someone like Tai Tuivasa.
Yeah, that was a bad move from him.
Especially when he saw him hurt as well, when he even dived in, when he saw Tuivasa was a little bit wobbled.
He did the same thing that Stipe did with Gane.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
He had Gane hurt, and then he decided to go for a finish. He got finished. It's almost the same thing.
That's what I mean. He's still so young in his career, like Greg Hardy. He's still learning, and obviously he's going to take that away to sort of, if he does hurt someone, to pick his shots and not rush it. But he did explain a lot in his press conference to say that he's young, he's learning, he's doing this and doing that, and he will get there.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he said afterwards as well.
He's got potential, though. That's all.
That's why I think that was a question they asked him as well, because he was signed. I think he signed a new deal, and obviously he's had a bit of an up and down career anyway. But that's why the UFC have got so much faith in him, because they can see the potential in him, because he is a big, scary guy.
And he's got power.
Yeah, that's it.
And good technique. He's got power and good technique.
Yeah,
he just needs to implement it more and improve.
The athleticism has definitely transcended from American football. And yeah, you're right. I think the UFC clearly do see something in him. He's clearly a bit of a name as well in some respects, which is why he's on the main card. But is there anyone who you'd like to see Tuivasa or Greg Hardy fight next, or have you not had time to think about
that? Probably someone like Tom Aspinall.
Oh, that's a good shout. Yeah, it's a great shout.
Yeah, Tom Aspinall. Yeah. That's a good fight to call. That's a good fight.
Yeah, I guess so. Sorry, go
on. Greg Hardy. I don't know. Maybe like someone in the top 20, something like that, or someone like the guy that fought Javrin there.
Oh,
remember that fight?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point. No, some good solid points there. No, absolutely.
that. Someone like that will be a good fight for Greg Hardy.
Yeah. Tom Aspinall was a great shout for Tai Tuivasa, I tell you.
Yeah, someone who's coming off of his UFC debut, beating a vet.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think.
And then yeah, it kind of makes sense. Tom Aspinall's got high hopes as well, and I think that for that fight would be, I think probably benefit Tom Aspinall more.
Yeah.
To get beating a guy like Tai Tuivasa, and I think both guys are probably same level of experience as well.
True,
Yeah,
but also Tom Aspinall has a name to is top 15, right? He's top 10, top 15.
Yeah. He's edged into top 15 now. Yeah,
and that's what Tuivasa wants. So
yeah, that's it. He's got a number next to his name. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Build up Tom Aspinall, yeah, absolutely. I think so.
Yeah, great shout.
But yeah, absolutely spot on. Then that moves us on to the co-main event. Then, as Gilbert Burns taking the decision win against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, with all judges scoring at 29-28. How did you make that fight? It was a very difficult fight, a little bit slow in places, but how did you make of that fight as a whole? And did the winner? Was the winner that came out on top, was that the guy you picked originally?
I picked Thompson, to be honest. I picked Thompson. I expected Thompson to dominate from the outside with the front kicks and leg kicks and all that and the jab. But also, I think Thompson was wary of the power from Burns. That's why he was a bit tentative at the start. Then he got the takedowns. And then when he got the takedowns, it was hard for Thompson to open up.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Once he did, he got the takedowns again. Burns.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
we've never really seen Wonderboy Thompson taken down much in the UFC, and I think a lot of us did expect him to kind of stuff the takedown and really keep it on the fights. Keep the fight standing, but Gilbert Burns, it just shows how good that guy is to be able to take someone like Wonderboy down, who's very difficult.
Close the distance to get in range to actually take him down, because Wonderboy's been doing it his whole career, keeping everyone at bay, stuffing the takedown, getting back at range, getting back with his kicks, back with his strikes. But obviously, Wonderboy did have Burns hurt in that second. Was it third round? Sorry, did have him hurt.
Yeah.
So with that spinning wheel kick, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, and in the second round also.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, no, it was a great.
But I just feel as if Burns was just tougher. I think Burns is a tough guy, so that's how he was able to take it, basically.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of questions did answer in that fight. We were expecting Wonderboy to get paired up with Usman down the line, giving his style, but I think Gilbert Burns has really brought out a lot of aspects which I think would make a lot of people side with Usman if they were to fight in that fight, Interesting. It's a tough pill to swallow for Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, having been so close to yet another title shot.
Yeah.
But, hey, it is what it is. What do you reckon, Sal? Who do you think both guys will get matched up with next?
The Yogi fight for Burns makes sense, in my opinion. Yogi versus Gilbert Burns.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then Wonderboy. I know that Leon Edwards won the fight against Nate Diaz, but maybe that fight also makes sense.
Okay, in some respect.
Yeah, it's such a toss-up in this division, because obviously they're kind of holding it up by doing the rematch between Colby Covington and Usman, because we mentioned it just after the fight happened, just saying that there's so many matchups that they could do. Obviously, Leon Edwards should technically be fighting for the belt because he's on a 9-fight win streak. Then they do Covington versus Burns, or even Wonderboy versus Colby Covington. You just don't know.
But I think the UFC sits with Usman and Colby.
Yeah,
that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah,
but Edwards deserves it more, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, definitely.
It's just a question of whether Leon Edwards is willing to sacrifice that spot again.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't think he is, though. I think
he's just got to sit out and wait, see how it plans out. Like you said, great matchup for Gilbert Burns against Masvidal next. Just sit out and wait.
No,
that's
absolutely.
True.
But as for Wonderboy, what would you like to see Wonderboy fight next? I mean, it's a bit. there's a lot of fights still left in the welterweight division for him.
Oof.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
a
hard.
tough one.
It's a hard one because you got ranked 4 and 5 Vicente Luque versus Marco Chiesa. They're fighting. It's crazy.
Maybe the winner of that fight.
Yeah, that's what we
Maybe
were
the
saying
winner-
as well.
Yeah, maybe the winner of that fight makes sense for him.
It's also tough.
But if Luque wins, I don't think that's.
That's it, yeah, because
they should
Wonderboy's
fight.
already beat him. Yeah, that's true. Very
Yeah.
true.
No, that's very right. Yeah, Chiesa versus Wonderboy is a very fun one as well.
You mentioned Neil Magny, didn't you? I think.
Yeah, I thought Neil Magny potentially for Wonderboy.
Oh no, sorry, Bella Mohammed. Yeah, sorry.
Or and Bilal Muhammad.
Oh
as
yeah,
well,
yeah.
You know.
That's a good fight. That's also a good fight.
That's a great fight
That's
for
also-
Wonderboy, obviously, because Bella Mohammed will probably stand there as well. So
Yeah, he'll stand there, and I think he'll try and mix in some wrestling as well.
yeah, I don't think he's got the grappling credentials as Gilbert Burns, but
No,
yeah,
no,
that's what I mean. Yeah,
But I think it would be also a good fight for Wonderboy to kind of
Just
really
get him back in there.
yeah, and work on his grappling skills effectively.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, it's good fight, good test for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's some solid picks there. No doubt when those fights get made, you know, we'll be clipping this video up and going, look, we predicted this ages ago, you know. But then that moves us on to the main event. Poirier versus McGregor 3. What did you make of that fight? And was it what you expected?
To be honest, I expected it. I'm a Conor fan, I'll be honest, but I expected Poirier to win, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
there's a lot of
expected
people
Poirier to
saying that.
win.
Yeah.
I expected Poirier to win. I mean, he's got more power and he's got more tools to his game, and it showed in that fight.
Yeah, that's it.
It
That's
showed
true.
in that fight, and that right hand was a game changer, to be honest.
Yeah, it was.
That right hand that led to the takedown. That was the game changer for me.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. And so you wasn't phased at all by the kind of fired up Conor like we were. You know, we thought the vintage Conor is back.
Yeah.
You know, we was expecting him to maybe get that round 1 or 2 finish.
I saw Dustin Poirier's persona and everything in the press conference and the weigh-ins. He wasn't phased at all. So that's when I decided to stick with my pick with Dustin Poirier, because I saw Poirier was unfazed. He was calm and composed. So I just thought that he had it. I just thought he had it.
Yeah, he's definitely evolved.
But I did think that Conor was capable of getting the finish, though.
Yeah, he did look good.
think
He
so.
did look good. He was landing a lot of leg kicks, which was obviously quite interesting because obviously Poirier did it in their second fight. Landed some heavy leg kicks, landed some good shots. But obviously, as before, Dustin, game as he is, taking them shots and then grinding through, getting that takedown and then landing some big ground and pound shots.
That was heavy.
Yeah.
That was heavy. That was heavy. Really, really heavy. But the finish was... Sorry?
Yeah.
No, sorry, go ahead.
But the finish was hard on Conor.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
What happened to him, that was really hard on him. That was really hard
You
on
can
him.
tell he was really, really pissed. You know, he didn't want to go out that way, but so be it. But now, does that open? Would you like to see another fight? Do you think that's deserving?
I mean, that's not the right way to finish the fight. So they must do it again, to be honest. That's not the right way to finish
That's
the
what
fight.
I mean. It's because of the way it finished. Do they do it again a fourth time? Like, is that ever happened? Like, it's just crazy because obviously we all know that Dustin's going to go on to fight Oliveira now, but I just don't know. What do you think is going to be next for McGregor after? Because he's obviously going to have a long layoff with this recovery. Do you think he'll be back?
I think he'll be back, but will he be back in lightweights? That's the question. Because there's some killers in that lightweight division.
That's
Who
true.
will he face? That's the thing. Who will he
There
face?
is a lot of killers in that division. That are
Justin
bad
Gaethje.
matchups for him. Very bad matchups for him. Yeah.
Yeah, no. You almost can't really see it. But I can't see him going back down to 145. I think it's
Probably welterweight.
Yeah,
Probably
Well,
fight
it's even
next.
worse.
It's even worse. I don't know. I think maybe he could just get the Nate trilogy over and done
Yeah, that's
with
true.
and sail off into the sunset, or he's really going to chase for that
Yeah, but that's
Poirier rematch.
yeah,
but
that's
if
it.
Poirier takes the fight against Charles Oliveira and effectively beats Charles Oliveira and becomes champion, then
Yeah,
Conor's not going to get that fight.
that's it. He's got to win a couple more to get back up there. But then, like you said, there's a lot of killers in this division, like Justin Gaethje, Chandler, even Dariush. Even Dariush is a bad matchup for Conor.
Even Dan Hooker. Dan
Yeah,
Hooker's
that's it.
a bad
I'd even say Tony Ferguson's a bad matchup for Conor.
Yeah.
Even though Tony
Exactly.
Ferguson's kind of on the way out, but
But the jiu-jitsu of Tony Ferguson
yeah, causing problems.
It'll be a
might cause
problem
problems for Conor McGregor.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
So I mean, I think he must just get the trilogy, the Nate trilogy.
Yeah,
Is that what you would
that's-
rather
Out of the
see?
way.
Mm.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. I think a lot of us are all kind of expecting that now.
Yeah,
But it definitely leaves. I don't know about you guys, but the fight does leave with a little bit of a sour taste.
it
in your
does.
mouth,
Yes,
you know.
just the way it ended. Just a quick point. If obviously we know Dustin Poirier is gonna fight Charles Oliveira for the belt. Who do you have in that one?
Ooh, good question.
Oh, good question. But I'm slightly leaning towards Dustin Poirier again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in my eyes,
I mean-
I'll go for Dustin as well.
Because I think he's been through more than Oliveira, more
Yeah, he
5-round fights
yeah,
than
he's-
Oliveira also. So he's got more experience, to be honest.
That's it.
Yeah, he's already beaten some top killers
That's it.
in that division. So yeah, you would favour Dustin in that
Definitely.
fight. All right.
Mm.
Okay. Well, some solid picks there, Sal, and some solid thoughts. Anything else you want to wrap up with before we get going?
Well, I also want to give a shout out to I know the guy from South Africa, Dricus C, with the knockout victory. Who do you guys think he should fight next?
Ooh.
I'm not too sure of that one, mate. What are your thoughts on that one?
Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't. Absolute savage. Oh dear.
I'm struggling.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure. Who would you like to see him?
I actually think he needs to fight ranked opponents. Maybe like someone like Brett Tavares, or
Okay.
maybe
Yeah.
Ahmedov,
Yeah,
someone like
Brad
that.
Tavares come off a win earlier, yeah.
Or Edmund Shabazian. That would be a good fight also.
Oh, Sebastian, yeah, great
Shabazian
shout,
needs to get
yeah.
back in there. No, I think that would be an excellent fight.
Now
for
you're
him to get
throwing
out there.
names there. Now you're throwing the right names.
Yeah,
That's true.
who knows? I mean, yeah, I'm not too sure. I need to see more of him. Really, I still need to download some more data on his sort of particular style myself. Yeah, but all right. Well, this is your time. You've got a channel yourself, haven't you, Sal? So where can people find you?
The name of the channel is the Islam Show. Basically, I'm breaking down fights every fight week, breaking down fights and predicting how the fight will end. And the name of the channel is the Islam Show. And I'm also on Twitter. The name of my Twitter handle is Sell the Red. So yeah, catch me there, guys.
Awesome.
Nice.
Fit in as he's got red curtains behind him as well. All right, Sal.
Thanks for joining us,
Yes,
my friend.
thanks for joining us on the channel, and we'll catch up again sometime soon, no doubt. If you've enjoyed this video, please do smash a like and pop a subscribe to both us and Sel as well. And check it out. Be sure to check his Twitter out and that as well. So
Thanks for having me, by the way.
no worries,
Thanks for
Sel.
having me.
Thank you.
Any time, my man. And we'll see you again.